Hi everyone, Cendril here. Welcome back to Dragon Quest XI. Last time, we had a very heartfelt episode. This time, we're trying to get away from Heliodor, who has sent more troops after the, quote, Darkspawn, unquote. And my title has changed again. Not just Yggdrasil's Chosen, but I'm also the Prince of Dundrasil. And I think that's a very appropriate time to change the title. Oh, look who it is.
I have you at last, Darkspawn. There is nowhere left to run.
And bring it!
You are a slippery one, I will give you that. I had not thought you would make it this far after I picked up your scent in Octagonia.
You are persistent.
Men, the Darkspawn is mine. Deal with the girl. Forward!
Fine.
This is all the dreaded child of darkness can muster. Pathetic.
Come on. Oh, darn it. I'm on the wrong side of this now. You are strong with that great sword. Where's my shield, by the way?
You will evade me no longer, Darkspawn. The chase ends here.
Hedrick! Don't you dare!
Uh-oh. Wait.
Princess Jade? Surely not.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
No! Hold on!
Princess!
Uh-oh, Hendrik knows. I was like, just that tone that she gave him. Think of her back as a kid. You know, that tone, well, he knew immediately. Wait. Oh. That was
I
her.
won't let you go again.
Thanks, Big Sis. Ha 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 ha. I really need to stop falling from high places. Hey, Jade.
Oh, good. You're awake.
Thanks for the save. Oh, no!
I'm soaked through. Let's get warmed up, shall we?
I mean, not actually Big Sister, but...
I'm glad I caught you. I couldn't have forgiven myself if it happened again.
happened again. Like all those years ago.
I suppose Rab must have told you about your mother. That she sacrificed herself to save you and a princess of Heliodor.
Just you.
Well, you've probably worked it out for yourself already, but I was that princess. Your mother saved my life. That night, the night Cendril fell, we ran from the castle, but the monsters were too fast. She handed you to me and distracted them for long enough for us to get away. She died to save us. But even though she trusted me with you, I was too weak and stupid to... I fell in the river and I let you go.
Oh, that probably stuck with her all these years. Hence all the
I
training.
can't tell you how many times I've wished that it was you Rab fished out of there and not me. After he found me, we headed back to Heliodor. We thought my father might help us to find you.
You would think
But
so.
when we got there, we found out he was telling people I'd been killed by the Luminary. He was trying to
Wow.
make people believe awful things about you.
So even all the way back then, he was planting
Rab
the
was
seed
convinced that he wasn't in his
for all
right
this.
mind. That someone must be controlling him. So we set out together to find out who and why. I never expected to see Hendrik again, let alone on a battlefield. We were lucky to get out of there alive.
Well, at least the rain stopped.
Looks like the rain's dying down. We should head back to Cendril.
And we now have a new day. Let's save. Oh, treasure. Glad I peeked around. Hey, mini medal. Pat. All right, back to Cendril. You're an enemy. A stump grump. And it's now awake. Alright, but I still pepped up. There's Jade. Ooh, with the, what we saw her using, so she has that, Naginata, which is cool. I'll, skip other fights for now. If I can. You are stupidly persistent. Here to try get me again.
So I was right. I had suspected it would take more than a mere fall to put pay to the Darkspawn.
I was really hoping you moved on.
Sir Hendrik.
Can it really have been so many years since that fateful night, Princess? To see you alive and well, you cannot imagine how much this pleases me. But should you choose to continue to side with the Child of Darkness, you may not live for much longer.
Wow. Doesn't even care. He hates me that much.
Look, I know how you feel about duty, Hendrik. How could I forget? You don't understand how important this is. Please, you have to let us go.
You would ask a sworn knight of Heliodor to disobey the orders of his king? You have been away from home too long, girl.
Not long enough for the years to have changed you. Still loyal to a fault. I wish it didn't have to come to this. But it has.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Impressive, princess. The spirited young girl of old has grown into quite the warrior maiden.
Indeed she has.
Oh, please. I'm not a child anymore. It'll take more than a pat on the head to distract me.
Hendrik's not budging now.
And what will it take to convince you that I am deadly serious? That if you stand on the side of the Darkspawn, I will have no choice but to destroy you? Yeah!
Patrick!
Princess!
Oh,
I'm
hesitating.
sorry.
Oh, well, at least he's not mounted anymore.
Get on.
Oh, right.
Now hold on tight.
We're taking a really awesome horse. Bye.
Princess, what have you become?
Loyal to a fault. Not the princess. He's loyal to a fault. He's in all that heavy armor, but as we tell, he is. There's a reason he's the best knight in the kingdom. Like fighting wise, we should probably go. Before he can run and catch up with us. I know, he's like in super full plate, but...
There you both are. And in one piece, too.
Yeah.
Just about. No thanks to Hendrik and his men.
Correct.
So it was old Hendrik, was it? I thought it might be. I would have liked a wee word with the rascal, but I doubt he'd have told us much.
He wouldn't have told us with the rascal.
Well, if even he's out for your blood, the forces of evil must have a stronger hold in Heliodor than ever.
Sadly, that seems to be the case. He probably knew Hendrik when he was just a... a small kid wanting to be a knight.
It wouldn't be the first time a once glorious kingdom had been brought low by monstrous powers, you know.
Yeah.
Many years ago, a dastardly fiend destroyed an entire empire with his wicked ways. A legendary evil named Mordegon. His story is all but forgotten these days. I had to tramp halfway around the world just to learn his name.
Oh, jeez.
The more I find out about him, the more I'm convinced he's the one behind all this.
Super big bad.
Cendril, the troubles in Heliodor, everything. Which is why you're going to have to stop him, laddie. The fate of the whole world depends on it. You're the luminary, after all. You were born to defeat the Dark One. But you'd be more than foolish to face him unprepared.
Of course.
He's a master of darkness, the like of which the world has never seen.
Then we must make our way to Yggdrasil as soon as we can. The legends of Arborea tell of a means of fighting the darkness that can only be found there. Veronica, that must be why we're supposed to take him there, mustn't it?
That sounds Sounds right.
Here you are, laddie.
And we need this.
It's yours at last. You'll be needing it if you're to make your way to the World Tree.
Right.
If anyone can get this old stick to show us the way, it's you. Lead on, Luminary.
We finally got it! Finally have the rainbow.
Well, can you see anything?
Tell me where to go.
Don't tell me it's a dud. If that Noah sent us in a wild goose chase, I'll throttle him.
You have to get in line. Although, the way that it's, like the handle and everything, I really want this to turn into a light sword.
He could
That
have
would be
told
really
us
cool.
it didn't work before we wasted a zillion hours chasing it halfway across the world.
We did chase it halfway across the world.
Now, let's not jump to conclusions.
Of course.
Why don't Jade and I join you, and we'll see if we can't make our way a bit closer to Yggdrasil and try again.
Sounds good to me.
We'll not give yous any bother. I promise.
Rab and Jade join the party. I want to put them in the party, and I don't know how. I know how, but I've grown really accustomed to the party we have now. This party is extremely balanced. I'm more of a tank, more defensive. Eric does a lot of damage. Veronica has her spells to hit multiple enemies, and we can get through battles faster through that. And Serena's the healer. It's a very well-balanced, put-together party. We have these other characters that I want to put in. And I don't know how I'm pulling that off. Cendril's pal, Veronica's sister, Wandering Wonder, Luminary's grandfather. That he is. Crown Princess of Heliodor. That she is. So, Claws. Skills and stat boost for martial artists to employ the two-handed scratching and tearing techniques of the claw, some of which can even restore HP as they strike. Ooh, that's very interesting. Of course, spears, which is what she has equipped now. Skills and stat boost for seasoned spear wielders, enabling them to floor enemies flawlessly and deftly deflect incoming attacks. Fisticuffs, for flailers of fist and feet, affords improvements to strength and agility, and also offers some deadly dexterous techniques. So that's interesting. So if she doesn't have anything equipped at all, because you would think, usually when it's it's too different between claws and fisticuffs. It's like, oh, so fisticuffs would be she has like hand type weapons. No, because that would be claws. You see what I'm saying? So maybe there's like knuckles or gloves or something she can get, or maybe her again, just her being not equipped with any weapon. We'll see. We'll go through her equipment. Allure. Skills and stat boost, which send the user's charm through the roof, and employs various wicked wiles to send enemies loopy with longing. Take a look at some of these skills. Attack power when wielding claws. She starts with hip drop, jumping bump that deals big damage. Makes sense with her martial arts background. Puff puff, life-changing charm offense that can leave an enemy utterly enthralled. Resilience plus 10. Charm. Pep power up increases the bonuses afforded by being pepped up. Blow kiss. Sends a kiss sailing toward a single enemy that can stop them in their tracks. So that is the allure side. Sorry, when going like that because we already had some stuff there. Okay, for claws, propeller blade, whirling windy double-clawed onslaught on a single enemy. We saw Vince used that. HP absorption, 10%. So she just gets 10% of the of HP that she deals back. So she does 20, she gets 2 HP back. Critical hit, and plus 15. Hawkeye Claw. A strike that's nigh undodgeable, unblockable, and unstoppable. I'm hitting you. You're taking damage. And Can Opener. A metal-rending strike that can make light work of mechanical enemies. So, like the floating birds that were mechanical. And of course, something there. Claws could be interesting. That'd be fun. Leg Sweep. Unbalancing blow that can send an enemy sprawling. Harvest Moon. A brutal back-flipping kick that makes contact in midair. Especially effective against flying enemies. Plus agility, plus strength, plus agility, plus strength. More HP. No moves with that. No real moves in the fisticuffs. Other than Harvest Moon. Cattle Prod. Heavy strike that deal heavy... The Spear Strike that can deal heavy damage to Beast family monsters. Thunder Thrust. Doesn't connect so often, but when it does, it can cause a critical hit. So it'll be like the really big swing from the Hammerhead enemy. Low chance to hit, but when it hits, it's a critical. Party Pooper. A sweeping swing of the spear that can strike a group of enemies simultaneously, so it can hit a group. Deliverance. A sanctified spear strike that can deal heavy damage to the undead. Neat? I don't know, I might go with the spear. Having her use a spear is cool, but I might go fisticuffs. We'll see how that... Or like claws. Fisticuffs maybe moves she can always use. That would be Kirby, and that would be an alarm that I set earlier. Sorry. We'll go over these characters, and then we'll end the episode. Iron Claws. Okay, so it is something she can always use. Razor-tipped iron talons that can tear into enemies twice per turn as a result of being worn in pairs. So it has much less attack power than the glaive. Powerful polearm with a bladed point, beloved of the arena's most admired martial artist. Oh, Rab has claws equipped actually. Really? Or he just has them. He's more of a spellcaster, but he could use claws? It's very interesting. But she strikes twice. So enemies that have low defense, the Iron Claws will be fantastic. Enemies that have high defense will be better off with the glaive, because you'll be able to get through that defense better. So if they have high defense, you may strike for 2 twice, with each strike doing low damage, but the glaive could do 10, for example. On the flip side, if the enemy has low defense, let's say the glaive does 20, and the Iron Claws do 15, because the enemy has so low defense, because of the, the attack difference. Let's say even the glaive does 30, and the Iron Claws do like 20. But I strike twice with the Iron Claws. So again, depending on the stats of the enemy, I think you're going to get... It'll be better to use the glaive or the Iron Claws. I think using the claws could be cool, though. Usually I would go for just high attack power with, like, the glaive. Maybe different. I'm going to use the Iron Claws. Because she's doing the whole martial artist thing. I think it'll be really cool. Has a Thief's Turban. Cloak of Evasion. She does have that, which is cool. And then she'll need some accessories, which she will get momentarily. Protects against curses and dark attacks. Oh, Dragon Scale. Just attack and defense. For Rab, he has his cane. Rab's trusty walking stick, with which it's possible to slowly heal one's wounds. Steadily restores the HP of a single party member when used as an item in battle. Neat. Also has iron claws. Can also use a wizard staff. So it can also use heavy wand. Oh, which its game counts as a heavy one. Got it. Or it counts as something else. But you can also use clothes, which is cool. Fur poncho. Let's go over Rab. Heavy claws, claws, enlightenment. Skills and stat boost available only to masters of the meditative method. Includes improvements to a range of attributes, mainly MP, and also some secret arts of the ancients. Benediction, lift a curse from a single ally. Gets 10 more MP. Empathy, passes on some MP to an ally. 38 MP. So I'm assuming he spends the 38 MP and gives some percentage of that to a party member. Interesting. Right as Rain, automatically restores at least 22 HP each turn to all party members. Expensive at 12. And against enemies that hit extremely hard, that's not going to be enough. Like the dragon, who strikes twice, hits a single party member. That's where mid-heal would be much better. But if the dragon breeze fire hits everybody for like 40... Oh, well, right as Rain, we got at least half of that back. Interesting. Could be useful. Increase magical mending. Increase magical might. Increase magical mending. Increase agility. Increase strength. Magical might. MP. Over on the claw side, there's propeller blade. Dodge chance while he's wielding it. He can get MP back with the claws. Same way you do with the with like the wand. But it'd give him more striking power. And also can learn can opener. Increase MP absorb when attacking with heavy wands. MP back, magical mending. Zing stick. An ancient art that is guaranteed to revive a fallen party member. Bonks you on the head. Huh? What? Huh? See? Right as right. Staff of Salvation restores at least 50 HP to a single ally. Anti-magic. An arcane art that has a high chance of stopping an enemy casting spells. Max MP when using a heavy wand. Magical might. Bezel freeze and attack. Deal heavy damage to demons. Also paralyze them. Huh. Choices. I'll have him use heavy wands instead of the claws. Alright, let's take a look at the skills. What we got here? Knows mid-heal, so at least we would have mid-heal. Knows quite a few buff and debuff spells. Knows crack and crackle. A bigger version of crack. Oh, that hits a group of enemies. Oh, okay. Zam, which we've seen. Nose whack. Low percent chance to insta-kill an enemy for 5. 5 MP. Forms a barrier that protects a single party member from breath attacks. Can I get that on mass? That'd be great. Builds a barrier around a single party member that reflects all spells. Bounce. Also useful. Knows mid-heal. Swelch, Defuddle. Zing. And then, of course, Benediction, right as Rain. And Empathy. Pet powers. Zero Zone. Zero Zone. Or Zero Zone. Enables a party member to cast most spells and abilities for free for a few turns. MP is no object. Ooh. Interesting. Wacky Sack sends a ball of pure blackness smashing straight into a group of enemies. Yeah, because of the probably it's the whack spell. Rab and Jade. Fire and Grimstone. Me, Eric, and Rab. Summons a signal that lowers all enemies' resistance to dark, fire, and earth. Saint's Ascension. Allows Serena to use an ability that can be used to completely heal all allies. Cool. Castaway. Most spells and abilities cost 0 MP for the party for a few precious turns. Go nuts for a few turns. Cool. As for Jade, doesn't know any spells. It was Leg Sweep, Harvest Moon, all that. Scorch and Sweep. Sizz and Leg Sweep. A blazing barrage of flames aimed at the feet of a group of enemies. Cool. Us working together this year. Scorch and Sweep. Oh, so we just do that. It doesn't have the start. It doesn't say all must be pepped up. We just have a dual attack. Neat! Roaring Tirade unleashes a shockwave that assails all enemies. Hallelujah! Your big chance to bag buckets of gold coins, oodles of experience, and all kinds of incredible items. It just buffs how much stuff we get. That's cool. If you did that during a boss fight. Brownie Boost. Increases all allies' attack and defense, and also causes HP and MP to automatically regenerate. Super useful. Electrolyte. A chance to turn all your enemies into something very special indeed. But watch out for when it doesn't work. I went through them, but just to make sure. Neat. Very cool. Man, I kind of want to try Rab and Jade. Lose access to the Bang spell, which has been so useful. Alright. We'll take the sisters out for now and try Rab and Jade. And Rab will be mostly healer, but he can also cast a little bit too, and then physical attacks. Changing party lineup. So let's get them some equipment. Let's go defense, charm. What do I have on right now? I think I want the dragon scale. Dark. Defense, deafness. Let's go. I wish I had something to increase her attack. But for now, I'll go the gold bracer. And Star of Clarity. And for Rab, Devil's Tail. Protect against dark attacks. And it's really low deafness. Or the robber gloves. Of course, the Robe of Serenity is better than than everybody's equipment. Reduces fire and ice damage taken by 10%. Cool. Alright. That just about does it.
Huh? Hey, the branch, it's...
Yeah, it's glowing.
Oh, darlings, did you see it? It was so pretty.
A sort of platform floating in the sky, and 6 colored orbs.
Oh, I think I understand. We need to find the orbs and take them to the platform, and then the path to Yggdrasil will appear.
Sounds right.
Maybe trekking halfway around the world to find that branch wasn't such a waste of time after all.
Neither was getting the orb that we have. Yeah, that's one.
And we've already got one of the orbs we need, too. I knew swiping this thing from the castle was the best idea I ever had.
Good job, Eric.
I had my own plans for it. But this is way more important. It's yours now. Just don't lose it, okay?
Thanks, Eric. Got the red orb. Alright, second place. You have
Our
it.
prize from the tournament. Lucky we didn't sell it in the end, eh?
Lucky indeed.
Aye. And there I was, all set to swap it for a few piffling trinkets for the road. It's yours now, though, laddie.
Thanks, Grandpa. Yellow orb. Alright, that's 2. 4 to go.
Now, it looked like that platform we saw was located right under Yggdrasil. That means it must be somewhere deep inside the first forest. So, we know where we have to go. We just need to find the other 4 orbs first.
Right.
But where in the world would we even begin to look?
Good question.
Orbs. Orbs. Oh, I do remember a fairy tale about a giant pearl sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Can't remember the details, though.
Well, if we don't have any real clues, I guess we'll just have to head out into the world and find some.
Yeah?
You're not wrong there. In which case, let's head for Puerto Valor. We can get out into the open ocean from there.
Awesome. I need to head there
Fairly
anyway.
straightforward voyage, if you ask me. And you'll be pleased to hear that I'm friends with Don Rodrigo, the big man over that way. I'm sure he'll open the sea gates for us.
Cool. Uh-oh. Maybe where you're from, Savando? Or have some history there?
Right then, let's get moving, shall we? The sooner we get our hands on those orbs, the sooner we can make our way up to Yggdrasil.
Okay. Sounds good. Right. A long episode, but one that had a lot going on. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you had a lot of fun with this episode. Let me make my way over here. Before I end, though, we'll see Rab and... Oh, right, practice. Well, you saw the vision, laddie. You need to collect those 6 orbs and take them to the first forest. Sounds simple enough, eh? Simply no idea where to find them. We need to ask around and see if anyone can help us find those weeballs. No. I'd say first order of business is to go to Puerto Valor. Open the gates, head out to the high seas. Head down there quick sharp. And then he loses his balance after a little while. Not as great as I'm sure he once was. But still really good. Level up! Maximum focus increased by 2. No new abilities. Fun size forge. I want to see the things we can make right now. Barber sword. Butterfly knife. Soaring steel. Wizard staff. Battle fork. I don't think it's good as Jade's. The rose whip. Because we got some new things. Dapper doublet. Oh, for Savando. Part of the spruce set. 2-star difficulty. It's the toughest thing I've tried to make. Defense against dark attacks. Okay, well, I'll make that at some point. Gold chain, bracer, enchantress gloves. Strength ring, which I unfortunately can't make. I don't have any red eyes. Other accessories. Part of the spruce set. Scarlet scarf that really draws the eye. Changes the appearance when equipped together with the dapper doublet. Okay, so if I made both, change Savando's look. It's only for Savando. Alright. Now in the episode. I just wanted to check that. Save. Again, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed the episode. Until the next one, I'm Cendril. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.